Callum. Stephanie? Stay there. Stephanie!
Mobile.
Hello? Yeah, I'd like to make an inquiry about obtaining a letter of permission to buy a motorcycle.
Touched the bullet for the first time.
I've only ever been on a motorbike when I did my test 3 years ago. The most I've ever done on a bike is 10 miles, and I haven't been on one since then.
We're starting off in Delhi. We're actually buying the bikes from a dealer in Delhi called Mr. Nana, who owns a bike yard there. I'm worried about how much physiotherapy he might need, because he's going to be riding, up to 6 or 7 hours. Some days, maybe 8 or 10.
I think generally about 4 or 5 hours a day we're planning on. Leave us plenty of time sightseeing, going to Iranian nightclubs, that sort of stuff.
Welcome to the famous Dalmahoy Golf Club. Dalmahoy lies at the foot of the Pentland Hills, just a short distance away from Edinburgh's city centre, and it has two fabulous courses. The West Course is a par 68, while the Championship course, the East Course, is a testing par 72. Both courses were designed in the 1920s by the legendary golf architect and 5 times Open champion James Braid. Dalmahoy was also host to the 1992 Solheim Cup, and it was here that the European team recorded their first ever victory in the competition. I've come here today to play a classic golf hole on the Championship East Course. And it is, of course, the 16th, a par 4, 423-yard hole. So what's so special about this hole? And more importantly, what's the best way to play it?
As commissioning works progress, more and more rooms are brought to a finished state.
We're now going through what we call the completion process, which is really bringing us up to the snagging stage.
Snagging checks have been implemented to ensure that every room in the first phase of the hospital meet the required specifications. Every room is being checked by the joint venture and then double-checked by their client.
Now, you can't eliminate defects with a stroke of a wand, but certainly you can work at those defects very hard and bring the numbers down to a reasonable level.
By using our preferred subcontractors, we get the building to a very high standard, so then when it goes to the client, there's very few snags come back to us.
It needs a methodical mind to actually pick up these items and then have the enthusiasm to go back to ensure that they're completed.
And what about 47 and 48?
The de-snagging list was issued and attended to, and it's all complete.
Welcome to Edinburgh, home of the devolved Scottish Parliament. As a newly appointed MSP, you will be interested to know what arrangements have been made for you while the new Parliament building at Holyrood is under construction. The Parliament will initially meet at the Assembly Hall on the Mound. Office space has been provided for you and your staff at Parliament headquarters on George IV Bridge. And from here, it's just a short walk up the Royal Mile to the Assembly Hall.
Good morning.
What do I want for my daughter? I want to see her talents nurtured. I want her to be able to follow her dreams.
My school.
I want her to always have access to education. I want her to be able to learn all through her life.
What do I want for my daughter? I suppose I want what every parent wants for their child. The very best.